one Mandalorian is in front of another Mandalorian.
Well, that's still breaking the code. This is the way.
Welcome to Longbox Diving. We are now live, where we pull comics and story arcs from the Longbox. And we have a comic call tonight. We also have some our interesting how we feel about the Mandalorian episode. I think we covered up to 3 already.
Did we cover 3?
No, we did not cover 3, but the Mandalorian. So we went to 2, so 3 and 4. Got some other interesting stuff, just typical, little things that we find interesting. So first, what should we do first?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Thanksgiving was fun.
Yes, did everybody have a great Thanksgiving? We had a great Thanksgiving twice, in 2 different places.
Twice.
And it was fantastic. Lots of food, and now we won't eat for a week because, well, I doubt that. We'll eat more before the week. But we had a lot of food. So we had a good Thanksgiving. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I hope if anybody did some Black Friday sales on comics, that'd be great. I saw a lot of things on Twitter where people doing Black Friday comic sales. We didn't get to go to one.
What if Aldi's had one? That'd be so cheap.
That'd be great. But we were stuck, doing the whole in-law outlaw thing. So no comic Black Friday sales for us, unfortunately. But we have a bunch of other stuff already sitting over here, stacks of it over here.
We still have Cyber Monday.
Yeah. Which we will go to the store Wednesday and pick up our normal comics. So let's well, nobody's here. Let's go ahead and cover The Mandalorian.
Yeah. Well, no one's
right
here.
Out of the gate. Nobody's here. If you see it, you'll see it on replay. So, excuse us. We all kind of have a little bit of a cough.
Did you do the live in 5 thing?
No, it did not do a live in 5.
Well, that's why.
Well, that's fine.
I was a little busy. So, somebody else can do Twitter.
Yeah, get on that, customer service manager.
So, plenty of warning now. Spoiler kind of. We may have spoilers, so we're not intending to spoil anybody. If you want to skip ahead, you can. That'd be great.
We already talked about a Baby Yoda. So
but Baby Yoda. So Mandalorian.
Do you want to throw the banner?
Oh yes, I do have to. I made all these banners. Ta-da! 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 Okay. So I know it's not necessarily a comic, but it's geek, and we like it. So episode 3. What do you think?
Yeah, episode 3, The Sin, occurred like several episodes earlier than I expected it to. And I'm interested in where it's going because it
is the way.
It feels less of what I thought it originally was going to be, a Western about escorting the mission to its target destination, blah, blah, blah. And it's now about...
Because episode 1,
he's
episode 2, turns it in.
Yeah.
It's like done. Like, what?
So,
okay.
I mean, it's very good. And I don't know. I like space westerns.
I liked how, he came up to the door. He broke in the back. He got the baby. He shot the bad guys. And I like how all the Mandalorians, even though they had the infighting at the beginning between themselves, but when it came down to it, when the Mandalorian was in trouble, you mess with one, you mess with all, boom, all of them were there fighting.
And of course, nobody knew they were all there either.
No, because they were in what, covert?
Yeah.
Which
covert or
covert or culvert?
Covert. I guarantee you it's covert.
Covert. I thought it was like a ditch. Like
hiding in a ditch.
You're hiding in the culvert out there, underneath the. I don't know.
Nobody's looking down ever.
You're looking at the ditch. You're looking at okay. What did you think of episode 3? Be honest.
Overall, the first episode was pretty long, but I kind of like how they're not adding filler stuff just to make it a longer episode. They got their story, and they're not just adding more stuff for no reason.
Yep. So you enjoyed episode 3?
Yeah.
You watched episode 3?
I did. I haven't done 4 yet.
Oh, you did watch it?
No. Yeah.
All right. Episode 4.
Interesting.
I saw a Xena warrior princess
episode,
a Stargate episode, a Hercules episode. That's kind of what it reminded me of. I mean, it wasn't bad.
No, in fact, it feels like a side quest almost, but it's one that's setting up what is going to be the important characters later on.
He almost gave up.
He almost did it. He almost did it.
Yeah, he did take the helmet off to eat, but not in front of somebody. And they said very clearly, the minute he takes his helmet off, that's it. It's over.
And they are bringing up the helmet over and over and over and over again. It's going to be important. You can't have Chekhov's gun without using it.
How did you feel about Baby Yoda in the crosshairs? What did you feel when you heard that shot and you knew Baby Yoda was in the crosshairs?
They weren't gonna do it on episode 4.
We didn't think they were going to turn him into the bad guys in episode 3.
No, there's no way they would do it at episode 4.
But can you imagine? I mean, I was like, and then the Mandalorian did not jump in front of Baby Yoda.
No. Yeah,
he didn't jump in front of Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda lifted a giant rhino.
He jumped.
He could stop a bullet or two.
He jumped in front of the woman who almost removed his helmet, who could shoot a rifle better than him.
A laser or two, because they're not using.
Probably what really got him attracted to her. He's like, weapons are my religion. You know how to shoot.
Yeah, the only person here in the entire village that knows how to shoot.
Yeah, maybe her dad took her hunting. I don't know. She was really good, and I probably
pretty sure she's an ex-soldier.
That's the other woman.
Come on, Ethan.
There's 2 women in the episode that are important. I think so. There's just 2 that are important, other than the baby girl who plays with Yoda all the time.
Sorry,
don't pay attention to me. The other chick to help them set up the army and stuff. She's an actual MMA fighter.
Yeah.
So she actually does kick butt in real life. Probably not somebody any of us want to mess with.
I read it somewhere that she thought she was going to play a Wookiee.
That'd be funny. All right, so let's finish up with that, and we'll move on to a little bit of the comic call. We got a lot of comics to go through today. I'm so glad we have 2 people in the chat to see all our comics.
Woo!
Yes, here we go.
Well, you chased everyone away.
I did. X Factor.
That was my Wookiee call.
X Factor. Let's move this banner now. It was your Wookiee. You scared everybody away.
Everybody that wasn't here.
X Factor number 36. Now,
this is a dope cover.
This is a great cover. I got a little of that glare on it. Let me try to turn this right way here. All right, so you actually see Cyclops, Jean Grey. They're fighting the Inferno. And this was the original team. Went off to become the X Factor team. And some of the earlier, they were actually flying on a sentient spaceship through space. And they had the baby with them the whole time. And then Beast turned blue. And so they were all kind of in that Iceman. The original team kind of came together as X Factor.
You gotta love the
or
framing.
X Force.
You gotta love it's Factor. You got it right.
X Factor. That's
you
right.
Gotta love the framing on the cover.
Then X Factor 60. Extinction Agenda. Brother against brother. So Havoc had been brainwashed, and he had to fight Cyclops. But their powers cancel each other out, so it was kind of a dud fight. All right, X Factor 72. Havoc is now the leader. We see Strong Guy, Farrell, Polaris. This is probably one of my favorite X Factor teams, though the art got really dark in some of these. Which you can't tell, that's one of Jay's biggest problems with
Probably the only reason why I won't continue X Factor is because of that.
Look
at that cover. Look at that cover.
94. There is a lot of black on that cover.
That cover. There's nothing going on in that cover.
Yes, there is. She's passing out.
There's no background. That's the problem.
There's not. I mean,
it's like one of my thumbnails. You just throw a character on the screen and you're good.
Then you verse this one. X Factor number 96. There's a lot going on that cover.
There is. That's a better cover.
And you got Maydrop, the multiple man over there. You got Havoc. A lot of multiple man in that one. All right. X Factor number 112. X Factor 112.
112.
So you got Havoc crying. Havoc cries. That's the whole issue.
he just cries the entire way.
X Factor 115.
And
Mystique cries.
it's a dark cover too.
And there's her bestie buddy Destiny.
Which issue is that?
This is 115.
And this one is, I can't actually see it.
111 Thunder.
Oh,
112.
112. Yeah, they used the exact same design and just flipped it.
Yep.
That's some lazy art right there.
Then X Factor 121.
Ooh. Bronze.
No, that's a better cover.
This is Forge makes other people cry. That's what this one is about.
Of course.
That's a good looking cover. And he's got the evil, and then you got the good shaman, and then you got all his army men from like World War II down there, or no, Vietnam.
Yeah.
Because he was in Vietnam. We got X Factor 124. When X Factor started taking villains onto the team, of course they were at this point a government-based team doing things for the government.
Yeah, that seems kind of backwards.
And then we got Polaris there. We got Bishop's sister, Forge, and Sabretooth and Wildchild. All right, 125. We got Havoc again in Onslaught. You see Evil Beast back there, and then you see the Onslaught head down here.
Hey, it's just a Rican.
Hey, Just Rican, how you doing, man? Well, hello.
I hope you had a good Thanksgiving.
Yes, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. We did. We ate lots of turkey, ham, mashed taters, like 4 different types of stuffing, it seemed like.
Yep. Everyone has their own.
X Factor 147. Bishop's sister protecting a kid on the basketball court.
In very baggy pants.
I think that's Bishop's sister. Yeah. Shards of baggy. Well, I mean, this is probably it's a little after MC Hammer. X Factor 226.
Bunch of nooses.
Seems like a controversial cover. I don't know. I don't think that would fly today.
Nope. So we're going to show it.
Well, we're not going to say what it is, right? Oh. E. All right. Then we got X-Men number 55.
Take that as.
So we have the X-Men. All right. And if you notice, there's very little X-Men actually on the cover. The Avengers are on the cover.
Well, it looks like Galactus.
Well, there's Gambit and Iceman and Rogue. Oh, there's Bishop. Okay.
Yeah.
So, question.
Yes.
Like, half of these people couldn't even be remotely considered a mutant in any way, form, or fashion.
Nope.
Ben Grimm.
It's because of Onslaught Phase 1.
Ben Grimm wasn't born with powers.
No.
You're right.
Cosmic radiation.
Yeah.
Get your.
Although,
Well,
yeah,
you
no. But like
mutated.
they consider Deadpool a mutant, and Deadpool wasn't born with powers.
Deadpool was born with powers.
No.
Really? Which
That's why you got put into...
it was the fighting.
Yes.
Yeah, he had superior fighting skills.
Yes, Just
Which
Rican is
something
things that make you
can
go,
learn.
All right. Factor X, which was X Factor during the Age of Apocalypse. We now have
that glare.
Cyclops and Havoc fighting again uselessly because they can't hurt each other.
Okay, so when did Cyclops' hair get this long?
During Age of Apocalypse.
He goes through the apocalypse and he figures out
He goes to the apocalypse. He's like, I am now cool. Mullet.
Kind of.
Now, this one is a pretty cool cover. The Hunt for Xavier. This is issue 84, X-Men 84. That is, stupid glare, man. Here, let me see if I can get this.
Turn it to like an orange color.
Oh, it's really dark.
Oh, wow.
That makes it
got a lot
really
darker.
That makes it a lot darker. All right, you're just going to have to deal with it. All right.
Woo.
So the Hunt for Xavier, for For mutant kind to survive, must Professor X die. So they got that cool. I think it's Cerebro. That's actually trying to burn his brain out.
Was this right before the time Xavier basically turned evil?
The hunt to Xavier conclusion. I don't know if he turned evil or he died.
I thought he became a monster at some point. I forget.
That was Onslaught.
You're right.
And then X-Men, the Dawn of M-Tech.
M-Tech?
X-Men number 91. It looks like the X-Men are fighting Parallax.
Who now owns M-Tech?
Parallax is a space entity.
Who now owns M-Tech?
Here we go. Age of Apocalypse X-Men number 98.
Oh.
This is what happens when all the mutants get old. See, this is old Rogue. See you later, Rod. Have a good one.
Xavier let himself go.
Xavier gets really old. Look at Gambit. Gambit right here. Look at Gambit.
There you go.
Look at Gambit right there. Look at his face, man. That's what happens when he gets married.
Gambit's pretty good for a
when he gets married.
80-year-old.
Then you see Iceman over here. Iceman. Then you see Beast loses all his
chin.
Beast loses his hair. He's bald.
He has a double chin.
He's got a double. That's a beard.
A neck beard.
And no hair on top. And then
it's a neck beard.
And then Storm stays young forever. And now has water hair.
She does have. Oh, that's because she lost her hair.
No, that's because she's a goddess now. The goddess Storm. All right, so an Uncanny Avengers number 2, Rick Remender. This was actually a pretty good run.
Cover looks nice.
Yes, and the art was really good in this as well. At least I remember it being pretty good.
Why do they have an emu on the team?
Emu?
An emu. Look at that. Emu. Another Uncanny Avengers with Rick Remender and Daniel Acuna, number 3.
It's pretty good too.
Rick Remender does some pretty good stuff. Then we get in some good old-fashioned Avengers number 210. This is from 1981. The Wrath of the Weathermen. Now, don't mess with meteorologists. Look at they freeze poor Beast. Electrocute Thor.
Wait, that's not.
Come
Is
on,
that
guys.
possible?
Come on, guys.
Yeah, that's what you get when you say 0% chance of storms.
Avengers 234. There's Wanda looking like she's doing something evil again.
Well, she is evil.
Wanda does a lot of evil stuff, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody really realizes that. And there's a bovine holding 2 human babies.
Thanks, High Evolutionary.
I
Yeah.
can see Thor getting struck by lightning. He's like, I'm the god of thunder. What can you do to me?
And it's funny, her babies are not real. They're actually souls from another dude, pieces of souls that she stole from somebody else. Not the Mighty Avengers 246. Star Fox and She-Hulk, who happened to be on the Fantastic Four at the time. And then you got little Wanda there. But you know Star Fox's power?
Do a barrel roll.
Yeah, his name is Eros.
Well, Eros and Psyche.
Eros.
Greek mythology.
Sounds
Eros
like a
was
perfume.
really.
He basically made people fall in love with him.
I was close with
You
the
love
perfume.
me. All right. Avengers 306. The Submariner is lifting rock people.
The Lava Man.
What's that?
Well, that's what they are, the Lava Man.
But is that really a great feat? He's underwater.
Yeah. Yeah.
Avengers 359. We have Hercules with Black Knight. And then Cersei is down there, and that's Crystal.
Wait a second.
This was actually a pretty good team. I really did enjoy this team. They're trying to save a whole planet. Wait a minute, what?
If Aquaman lives underwater like almost all the time, how is he still super strong?
Because he's a mutant. And that's Namor, not Aquaman.
He just
All right.
gives up.
Uncanny X-Men 182. Rogue gets shot.
That's all you have.
Uncanny X-Men 185. Rogue is pissed because he was shot.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
Uncanny X-Men 256. Psylocke the Assassin. Yes. Which is now in the Fallen Angels, which is a really good book. You should see my review. It'll be out tomorrow. Really good. The Uncanny X-Men 276. Wolverine kills Xavier.
This is why you don't tear up his clothes.
I don't know if this is the first time he's died or the second. I know Cyclops kills him too. It's becoming a family tradition for the X-Men. That everybody's got to kill Xavier at least once.
Well, hey,
I bet you they
now
might
with
have
Dawn of X, that's possible.
Except Xavier's dead, so nobody can actually bring anybody back from the dead right now.
They'll find a way.
They're working on it, but
You
they
can
haven't.
still beat a dead
They haven't
horse.
figured it out yet. Okay,
You
look
can
at
still beat a dead
By the way,
horse.
can we talk
Tim
about
Lee did that cover. by
can
the
we
way.
talk about that for a
Nice.
second? Because that bugs me.
All right, pause.
How do you not consider a failsafe when you are the linchpin? When Xavier's the only person that can do that, how did he not consider, what if I die?
And he kept traveling off country, off island.
Moira has literally said you died 9 times before. Dude.
That was a question I asked. And see, we're in IT, and so we know if you have a disaster recovery plan, you must test said disaster recovery plan at least once to make sure it actually works the way you think it does. So what should have happened is Xavier should have said, "Here's the plan. Now shoot me in the head." They should have shot him in the head, killed him dead to test the plan. Does it work? It shouldn't be let's have faith that we can do this. Let's hopefully this cradle has everybody's memories in it, and let's hopefully we can bring him back. They should have known. They're like, haha, yeah, we've tested this. All of us here shot Xavier at least once.
Yeah.
Nope.
And so, yeah, now they're stuck in a
Or at
situation
least-
where nobody can get to the backup. Nobody has the password.
They lost the administrator password. The guy who had it is dead. So Hank is there trying to make the helmet work. And then we got a bunch to do with purge masks. It's if you're not reading X-Force right now, you should be really reading X-Force, which will be coming out this week on my on our channel. So go ahead and watch that. All right. So Uncanny X-Men.
I thought we were done with this shameless.
No, we're
No.
shamelessly plugging
Always.
ourselves all the
Always.
time.
The little Dutch boy, start plugging holes. Let's go.
Woo!
278. Rogue punches Guido.
We're gonna get around to plugging one more.
I bet
time.
that one doesn't
more
go
time
well
at
for
least.
Strongman.
Uncanny X-Men 282. The first full appearance.
bet
I think,
you
is
he
this the
gets
first?
punched.
I think this is the first full appearance of Bishop.
Is it really?
I think
Oh.
so.
Why is he called Bishop?
Because that was his code name.
He was the kid next door.
What do you think his real name is?
I don't know actually,
It's
but
Bishop.
most people have code names based on their powers.
Well, maybe Bishop's in his time.
A
To shoot
pastor,
injuries.
yeah.
Uncanny X-Men 283. Bishop tells Storm he likes her. I like you.
I bet that one doesn't go well.
You're a goddess.
Oh no.
And then Forge didn't like it. So Uncanny X-Men 284. The Wraith. The Wraith. Or the Predator. I'm not sure which that is. I haven't read it. Oh, I have read it, but I'm not going to tell you.
What lies beyond the void?
But you see this right here? Bishop makes his move. Now, I did tell you he likes Storm.
Whoa. Yeah.
Uncanny X-Men 285. Bishop made his move. And everybody falls into a portal screaming.
He is gone.
So Bishop does not have skills.
Ouch.
No game. All right. Uncanny X-Men 286. That's
Another portal?
I don't know.
The same.
But we do meet Colossus's brother. Uncanny X-Men
Who
287.
dies very soon afterwards.
Yes, but has a pretty good power.
Spoilers.
Well,
And 2 must fall. So 3
It's
guys come through the portal to save humanity in our time, and Bishop lets 2 of his buddies die.
good moves.
Oh my goodness.
Uncanny X-Men 288. Bishop got rejected.
This guy has nothing going for him. He tells the girl he likes about his feelings. They all fall in a portal. 2 of his friends die trying to rescue them because he messed up. And then he gets rejected after that.
Uncanny X-Men 328.
What?
This is Psylocke versus Sabretooth.
Her face.
I'm not sure if they're dancing or fighting. It just says enough said.
Face looks weird.
Sure.
That's not the only part of the cover that looks weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But this is a Joe Mad cover, and Joe Mad is really, really good. So you can't complain about it.
Well, that cover is not good.
even the best of artists mess up sometimes.
Uncanny X-Men 336. Franklin Richards in the palm of a madman. It's Onslaught.
Get out.
It's Onslaught, which happens to be the mix of Magneto and Xavier's psyches. All right. So
That's a dangerous mix.
we have another topic of conversation. We're at the 26-minute mark. I still have all that to go through.
Good.
But my personal feeling about this, I'm going to lay it out there because I do have feelings.
Just
Powers of X, House of X were great. We moved into Dawn of X, and it was 1 a week, and that was okay. And then it got to 2 weeks. Hey, Air Spider, how you doing? Then we got last 2 weeks. We got 2, and then 2, and then this week I think we're getting 3. And phase 2 starts next month.
this is all phase 1.
That's all phase 1. At some point, I mean, if you've bought everything up to this point, you've spent a lot of money on X-Men comics.
$30.
I just have a
At
feeling
least.
at some point we're going to hit a saturation point where people are going to be like, I'm done. And I've already canceled Excalibur. I'm not going to be pulling out of my pull list anymore. And I just got number 2 of New Mutants, and that is also being cut off my pull list because I have enough millennials and later here that I don't need to read about their antics.
I am not a millennial.
Have any feeling about that, or do you have no feeling about that?
Yes and no. Primarily,
That's not vague.
I'm of the mindset that thanks, Ethan. Is
We don't take no middle ground here.
it's getting hard to justify that many comics. You could increase the page count if you need to tell that story and have longer pages, but it's getting difficult to justify 7 issues, that 7 series that you have to keep up with just to keep track of the X-Men story, right?
Yeah.
So, and granted, I know it's been done in the past, but you're going to start seeing more and more comics that are just not going to sell, especially once the hype after Dawn of X and Powers of House of X is gone.
Yeah. And we just talked about this, Air Spider, that it's going to, they're going to saturate with that. We talked about all the comic sales that we saw on Black Friday, but yeah, I have a feeling at some point it's going to get too much, and people are going to be like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm no longer going to be purchasing all these things. I'm going to go ahead and move to something that I enjoy, because I'm not buying things. No, in my opinion, the only reason New Mutants exists is to make sure Doug is not on Krakoa. I mean that because we had the whole island sex scene where the islands were merging like this, and Cable had to cover his eyes because he's not supposed to see islands have intimacy. But it was like the only reason. I mean, it was ridiculous.
And when you're basically paying a stream service subscription just in a couple comics that you don't really care about. Yeah.
Ouch, Air Spider. Yeah. that really bites when you spend $6.
Oh yeah.
All that, and then suddenly it's $1.80, and you're like, maybe I should have just waited. Oh, that's annoying. Oh. Yeah, I'd be like, oh.
Can I get a refund? No.
All right, so we got some more Comic Haul. And then we have one more topic after that we'll maybe cover. Because I got so many comics to go through.
This isn't even the stuff in the closet.
No, well, this is just the new stuff. All right. So,
New.
Thunderbolts, number 102. You got the Game Master there.
Thunderbolts.
And you have Baron Zemo. Now, Nasiza, I mean, I loved his writing on this. I think he did a really good job. The New Warriors Annual number 1 from 1991. I loved the New Warriors. They were such a great team. Yeah, so we have Nova, Firestorm, Vance Astrovic, Nemorita, Speedball. I forgot her name, but she blended in a shadow, and Night Thrasher. So Mark Bagley did the art on that cover there. I'm not sure did he do all the art on the inside.
That's a good question.
Yep, penciler.
I mean, it looks like it, yeah.
I mean, you got Shatterstar, Cannonball, so that you got X Factor or X Force fighting. Well, sorry, I'll end up reading this right now if I don't. All right, so X-Men 19. X-Men are in space again. Now, I have limited knowledge on how space mechanics work. But I don't think sword fighting in space would actually be a very good thing.
Zero gravity.
Yeah, Airspire. Yeah, I have the first appearance in Thor of the New Warriors, and the new. I'm building back my New Warriors collection from number 1 as well. It was a great series, but yeah, sword fighting in space. What do you think? You think it's going to work?
I want to see an experiment about that. That's such an interesting idea. Like that. Like what is the physics about it? Does it actually work, or like if you were to hit somebody, what does it have any impact whatsoever?
Well, if you're gonna swing like this, right? So first, you have to have equal and opposite force. So the more you throw like this, you're gonna move.
Your legs are gonna move backwards.
But you're also gonna lose force because you have nothing to push against to increase the speed of the weapon. Plus, if it actually hits something, is it going to cut or push them? Which one will it do first? And then you can't spin and fight. You have to have something to push off of to get all the acrobatics that are involved in these sword fights.
It should keep going.
You can throw your sword.
I want to see somebody test this in a zero-G environment.
I mean, there's zero.
Because that'd be really cool.
Yeah, your stupid comic book shop. Now, that's part of what we want to do on our channel is have the stupid comic book shop conversations. Can we sword fight in space? And the first thing he says is, let's do an experiment. So I know that they're going to be jumping off the roof and seeing if they can be sword fighting as they're falling because that kind of simulates zero-G. Zero-G, right?
Please. I would swim heading off the cliff.
That's right. Like you're throw. Let me know if you can swing the sword. Okay. Amazing X-Men number 19.
I mean, there's planes that'll do it for you.
This was a pretty good start of the series here where Colossus becomes Juggernaut.
Big red Colossus.
Juggernaut.
He's so Colossus.
Then we have the Crystal Saga number 3. This is from 1983. So I didn't read a lot of the Crystal Saga, but you do have Doctor Strange on the front there. And then you have a crystal chick and a crystal dude.
Crystal Warrior.
And some dead spirits. Then we have X-Force number 70. It appears that half the team has quit. Oh, but I do want to say they're going on a road trip. So apparently this is something that Sunspot and Danny like to do often with their team is road trips. Yeah, I have an image in my mind of a slow-moving sword floating to its target. I do too. Somebody's like, hey, floating just slowly across because
how would, if you threw it, you would have to be so slow to block it.
Yeah, because if you try to block it like this, you're going to end up spinning yourself around.
Yeah.
And if it does hit you, does it have enough force to actually cut? Or are you going to
swim out of the
Or
way?
are you just like beating people with rods here? I mean, Air Spider brought us back to the topic again. Yeah, I don't. It'll be crazy. It'll be crazy. That's why, lightsabers are lasers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no slashing.
It's no slashing because it just cuts right through you. You don't really have to even use force. You just kind of go.
Yeah,
Poop,
and
poop,
it is
poop, poop,
lasers.
poop.
It's not.
And it
bullets.
blocks lasers. You just find firm footing, and you don't have to move. And then you can do the saber top. We played the game.
Of course.
We know. You can throw it, and then it comes back to you.
Like a boomerang. Yeah.
Well, you have to have the force. If you don't, then you're just
It'll just keep
You're
going.
throwing it, but still, who's gonna? Can you imagine trying to dodge that? Detective Comics.
A spaceship comes out of light speed,
Oh,
and there's this laser.
just cuts right through the hall. It just keeps going.
Entire thing.
Detective Comics 626.
just a lightsaber floating through space eternally.
Just spinning.
Yes. And this Jedi is just looking. Where did I put my sword?
You see what I have to deal with?
Instead of keys, it's like he couldn't find.
It's like Jay loses the keys. Thunderbolts number 5. Atlas versus the Growing Man, which is basically Atlas versus himself. This is back when Buziak and Bagley were on this. Again, it was a pretty good run. All right, so Dr. Fate, number 13.
How many doctors?
Underworld
can they fit in
Unleashed.
here?
Now, Dr. Fate was the DC's version of Doctor Strange.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except Dr. Fate is more powerful than Doctor Strange.
Of course, it would.
But it also resides all in the helmet. And if anybody wears the helmet, they become Dr. Fate. And they basically lose all control of themselves because they're...
I mean, basically, it's wizard versus sorcerer. Doctor Strange has to learn all of his spells, and Dr. Fate just puts on a helmet and
boom,
has powers.
Repository. Now, there are instances where he has to search through the repository of magic to find something that fits. So it's not just like instant cast type stuff. He still has to learn what the spells are. There just has a huge repository of spells in his helmet. Dr. Fate number 26 from 91. Dr. Fate is now a chick, I think.
Possibly.
Well, I mean, if Dr. Fate's identity resides in the helmet,
Dr. Fate becomes whoever's wearing the helmet.
Yeah, like Doctor Who.
Morbius number 2, The Living Vampire. Oh, that's a pretty cool cover. It's the main character of the book looking cool.
well,
You could say the vampire is undead.
Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme,
I know.
from 1988. Somebody broke Doctor Strange's window. Outcasts, number 12. This was a 12-issue by Wagner, Grant, Kennedy, and Montano. I don't know who those people are. 1988, number 12, and it has a bucket that says "Do not empty."
A bucket full of either hair or straw or some.
So I don't know what the Outcasts are. Anybody here know who the Outcasts are? I have not read an Outcast comic that I know of. But this is the final issue.
It's those who've been casted out.
Thank you. I'm glad you
are
are
welcome.
here.
Me too.
You got to get Mobius too. Again, Air Spider. To buy again in about a week or so.
oh, they rebooted Morbius, didn't they?
Oh, it's true. They did. Well, I'm not buying that one. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what he said. That's a new series. I didn't realize it. I do remember seeing the promos. But I didn't really like Morbius to begin with the first time, and he just happens to be in a box I bought because I bought a lot of boxes just by box. So I've got it. I have not read it. I don't think I've read almost any Morbius-centric book. I have read Daredevil with Morbius in it, but
That was focused on Daredevil. And guess who can't fly?
Night Thrasher number 5.
So this feels like one of those tropes where it's like, so guess how I ended up in this situation?
We all knew Night Thrasher couldn't fly. That's why he rode on a skateboard.
There's so many better ways of moving around, but he chose skateboard.
Steel, if I remember correctly, that was Cyborg's evil identity, right?
No. Steel number 10. Now, Steel is when Superman died.
Yeah.
4 Supermen came into being.
Okay.
Steel, which was a guy named John Hammer, who created a metal outfit with a hammer and called himself Superman, Steel Superman. Then there was Superboy, created by Lex Luthor, who was a combination of Superman and Lex's, who had tactile strength.
Clone.
Then there was Cyborg Superman, who was a guy who took on cyborg implants and became Lex. And then there was the Eradicator, which was a defense system of the Cat Fortress of Solitude that came into effect when Superman went unconscious or dead, and it became the Superman Guardian to protect the Superman. Later on in DC 52, as we just covered on our channel, you can watch it, DC 52, where Steel becomes actually a mutant, and he can turn his body into steel. Please watch that episode. Not many people have. All right.
Oh my goodness.
I have.
Shameless. I know he hasn't. The only view I'm supposed to get is this guy, and he doesn't even watch it. All right. The Omega Men, number 25. A really weird four-armed dude is about to shoot a chick on a dinosaur. That is my summarization of this comic.
So this feels like one of those comics that DC just bought up and then never really did anything with.
Hey, we have this now.
I don't even recognize the names. But it's from 1985. I guess dinosaurs were popular. All right, so Arion, the Lord of Atlantis, number 5.
Why is he wearing the armor of the Thundercats?
Thunder, thunder, thunder. All right. I don't know. But this was the guy who predated Aquaman.
And he's crying.
And he's crying over his buddy, who has Roman numerals on his head.
And a wispy mustache.
And a wizard dude behind him saying, I love you. Love you. That's sign language for I love you.
Please, that was the Rock evil symbol. Come on.
I mean that?
No, they use that too.
Llama? But yeah, so that was the guy that predated Aquaman. And then we have Hazard, number 6. I don't recognize any of this.
The guy in the middle.
It's an Image comic. We don't know that he is Hazard.
He's the Allstate dude.
Maybe.
That would be a terrible comic.
The Omega Men, number 8.
Get your home protected.
All new excitement.
Like me.
You actually sound pretty good like him. Mike DiCarlo. All right, so
see, here's the problem.
Omega Men, number
I wouldn't be surprised if they made that comic. Have you seen the KFC DC comics?
Oh, of course.
They made KFC comics.
They made an Amazing Spider-Man teams up with the SNL crew.
I bet you the Colonel is part of the UFC.
All right, back on topic. All right, let's get you into a topic before we go crazy with this.
Wolverine.
Wolverine's coming soon. Wolverine number 1. This is a new series that I do know about because I didn't recognize Morbius had started. I heard a rumor today that it was supposed to be like $7.
Oh,
I hope it's going to be jumbo size. I don't know. I do know I like the Wolverine. I'm normally a team guy. I normally like team series, specifically, X-Men, Avengers, Fantastic Four, if it was written well, and things of that sort. So the Justice League Dark things. I like those.
Thousands of Justice League we have.
What I do like is Wolverine. I like Wolverine as a single comic. I like the stuff he gets into. And so I'm kind of excited about a new comic. I haven't seen a really good Wolverine comic in a long time. A real Wolverine comic.
Standalone Wolverine.
So, you going to collect the Wolverine?
No.
You going to collect the Wolverine?
I don't have money.
So I am the only one of our group that will be collecting Wolverine, and we may do a review on it soon. So, $7.99 with 13 different variants.
What?
Perfect.
13.
That's
That is unholy, man.
Jeez. Nobody needs to.
It's not really.
Gotta catch them all.
Nobody needs 13
Yes.
variants. That's ridiculous. Let's go back to my last topic of oversaturation.
Yeah.
Geez, come on.
Oh.
I like Wolverine. I will be getting Wolverine #1. And die cut variants is back too. Nice. Now, did you see the special covers DC was doing with the see-through? That was actually pretty cool. I did enjoy those covers. But I'm not
just made out of wax paper.
I'm not going to buy. I mean, I did buy some of the House of X do other variants, the 1 in 10s, stuff like that. I got a couple, but I'm not a variant cover guy. I'm not going to buy a lot of them. I'll get the one, and if it's not good, 2 issues, Wolverine may be off my pull. I hope it actually turns out pretty good. Mink Melody the Rat. Jeepers. All right.
What?
So let's get back to the comic call.
Hey, Wolverine's coming out. Now back to our regularly scheduled book.
Yeah, I mean, I like Wolverine, and I'm pretty excited about it. $7.99. I'm not excited about.
No.
13.
An
Adamantium variant. It says, jeez.
If it's indestructible, that would be dope.
Wait, that means you don't need to get it graded.
Yeah. Hold up, we're looking this up because this would be pretty cool.
Wait. If we only have they probably got it from Wakanda.
Adamantium variant. Or
Because if the rest of the world only has a very small amount of adamantinite, why are we putting it on comics? Oh man.
no, well, since it's a fake metal,
It's not worth it.
it would still be cool.
It's not worth it. Okay, we're looking this up.
I'm trying to, but I'm not finding it. I'll have to look it up later.
There's not enough press on it yet.
Well, I have to get the solicit. Out. But yeah, I got to look at him. The only one I've seen is the main one where he's standing there with his claws out. That looked cool enough to me. I was going to get it.
Does he have a cigar?
Now I have to figure out which variant I'm going to get. Because you have to tell my local comic shop which variant you want. Otherwise, you get the standard, everyday, everything type thing. All right. So, Boom Studios, Deathmatch by Paul Jenkins.
It's also a dark cover, but it's supposed to be dark.
Yes, Alex Ross stuff is really nice. There was one, I can't remember what it was, from X-Men. It was selling for like $500 for his variant. It's crazy. The Mighty by Peter Tomasi, #7. The Mighty. It looks like some dude is holding up a guy's skull and backbone. I just don't know why.
Probably for a good reason.
Yeah, we got to keep these out somewhere so I can actually get a chance to read them.
The head bone is connected to
So, Hardware, #21. Hardware. Also a guy I'm not really that familiar with.
It's probably another cyborg.
Wildstar, #1.
That looks weird. There's a couple things about it that make it look really weird.
Oh, that'd be cool. Ross is all green and Wolverine standing in the swamp. The one I really liked I saw was like a red one. The red cover. It's like the full body Wolverine. At least I think that's what I saw. Captain Atom, #47.
Ooh. His face is making that hole.
Captain Atom is not happy. All right. Deadshot, #3. Deadshot Secrets. Another comment. Well, we know who Deadshot is, right?
Well, yeah, but why is he at the bottom, hunched over?
He is the littlest person on this whole page.
That's not a good cover.
I didn't even know that. Oh, he's up here too. Oh, he's on here twice. Okay, that makes up for it. Kubrick covers the red cover. Yeah, that's probably the one that'll be standard. I'll have to look at the other covers to see which one I want. Maybe I can get them to order a special one for me.
Oh, I see the next one. That is something.
G.I. Joe number 45. This one's a little rough. 1986.
Little rough around the edges.
G.I. Joe number 45.
I did not know Topps made comics. A baseball card manufacturer.
I can't really say they do make comics. I don't know. All right. So Topps number 8, the X-Files.
What the heck?
Does anybody know how long Topps made comics for?
I have to look that up.
Topps Comics. Okay.
Published monthly by Topps Comics Incorporated.
It lasted for 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, 93 to 98.
Wow. An Image comic called No Mercy, number 12.
So if anyone wanted a Topps comic, they only were out for 5 years. We have one.
We do.
That's a weird cover.
East of West, number 7, Hickman. This is I read a lot of this. East of West is a really good series. I enjoyed it a lot. I actually got the trade, I believe, and read the trade. But the 4 horsemen, one of the 4 horsemen decided not to come back and die. So the other 3 died and came back as kids. He didn't die. He stayed. Starblade, number 1.
Oh, Topps Comics made Elric Comics. That's interesting.
Star Blast, number 1. Another team I don't know anything about.
You need to get your comic rating.
But Namor's on the cover. It looks like Namor.
He's got the green scale,
And the winged ankles.
thing.
Cosmic Power Morg, number 5. Morg, number 5. Sword of Texas, 1 of 4. The Eclipse Comics. So it looks like another Texas Republic battle done in the future.
Ooh.
Definitely on a watch list. All right. War Machine number 3. War Machine number 3.
Okay. See, Iron Man made more than just Iron Man. He's made. I mean, I guess that's what you get for being rich.
All right. So Nova has a little bend in it. Nova number. Jeepers.
Which
Number
one?
6.
It's Nova versus
I can't
Nova?
tell. It's got a 3 there and an 8 there. And a 6 there. I think it's 6. Nova number 6. It's a Nova with 3 stars versus Nova with 1 star. If they were at a Cracker Barrel, we know who'd win. Emissary from Image Comics, number 3. I have not seen this either.
It's a weird shot.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. All right, so Dark Horse Presents. I have not heard of this series either, but this is number 63. Dark Horse Presents.
Gotta say, I don't know how you.
That
get
is
on
a
that
weird
mouse.
horse.
That's a horse.
He's riding it like a horse.
That's a mount, if anything.
Some sort of mount. All right. Timberwolf number 2.
We hope.
The fur really flies this issue. Nice pun. Timberwolf number 2.
Looks like they got in a hairy situation. But
Rush Hour number 4. It's a nice Jock cover. I like some of Jock's covers.
yeah.
Yeah, he got some good stuff. All right. Valiant number 12. The Adventures of Archer and Armstrong. That's a weird
Face.
That's a weird face. kind of like me in the morning before I get coffee.
Before you put all your makeup on.
Guardians of the Galaxy Annual number 2. It looks like doesn't that look like what's his face?
Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider.
Yes.
Yeah, but he has 2 skulls.
But I don't think that's actually Ghost Rider.
No, that's not.
It looks kind of like Ghost Rider.
You got a knot in the back.
Got Fire Lord back there. Guardians of the Galaxy Annual number 2. The system bites. Gambit and the Externals, another Age of Apocalypse, number 3.
Okay.
Then we have Legends of Tomorrow, Metamorphoso, the Elemental Man, number 2. He also includes the Metal Man, Firestorm, and Sugar Spice.
Ooh.
More like a trade.
That's a thick book.
And we got Squadron Supreme number 6 with Hyperion on the cover. Some dude in his underpants.
Dude looked like he was made out of an Ark simulator.
Yeah. Galactic Guardians number 4 from Marvel 3000. Don't worry, folks. We're almost done. Thank you for hanging in there with us. There's a lot of comics. I won't subject you to too much more.
And I only made one dad joke.
Spirits of Vengeance number 3. That's an interesting cover. Another of Lilith's offspring kills for mommy dearest. And that Ghost Rider is being drugged by his chain. I don't know.
Probably quit being in second.
I don't know who that. I don't know who that did.
Sorry.
I'm gonna make you count your dad. You're only allowed 4 dad jokes.
Really? I have 2 more?
Yes.
Yay.
All right. So, Kamandi, the last boy on Earth, number 6. This is a 20 center. It's from 1973. Yes, nobody wore shirts in the future.
I mean, if you don't draw anything.
There's nothing there. All right, so Kamandi, number 6 from 1970s.
How do you get away with that? Because the culture is a whole lot more strict with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and it definitely was not made for kids.
They're all wearing long sleeve shirts the same color as their skin.
Yes, totally.
Yeah, leotard. They're all wearing beige leotards. All right. So Captain Atom, number 18. Have anybody tried calling the number 555-1212?
That's not a real number. Let's find out.
It's probably
it's not a real number.
I guess Captain Atom had to split.
Nope, it's not a real number.
It just says, sorry, you have messed up.
You don't know how numbers work.
All right, now, Firestorm, the Nuclear Man, number 73 from 1988.
Okay, so, like, somebody was inspired by Alien.
Yes, that looks like Alien. Those guys look like they're Russians, right? Because they got the red star.
Yeah.
And Firestorm is on the ground and hurt. And if Suez should fall, that's funny. Ostrander, Brozowski, and De La Rosa. All right, so that is our comic haul for this week. We still have 2 short boxes. 6 short boxes and 3/4 of a long box to go through, or maybe half a long box to go through.
Yeah.
So we'll have more stuff next week for sure. We have some good videos coming out this week.
Can I leave you guys with a question? And I guess anybody who watches this.
Probably not.
Just respond in the comments.
Yeah,
and
Of course.
answer in the comments.
Is there a comic book series or like arc, right, that you would like to see Disney Plus make an actual live action drama
Well, for Marvel,
for Marvel? Yeah. Or yeah, because that's the only one.
No, yeah.
I would like to see Inferno.
I'm not familiar with it.
Inferno is when Limbo kind of opened up into Manhattan,
Okay,
and the X-Men had to fight demons.
it's pretty dope.
Yeah, you and Madeline Pryor was taken as the queen of the Limbo.
Oh, and that's where she got turned evil
Yes.
at the point. Okay.
With her little smoking demon dude that
Yeah.
walked around with a cigar by her. Yes. So she kind of the Goblin Queen. That would be a great dark superhero I mean, that would be like in the vein of the Netflix type, but I think that would be a very dark supernatural with superpowers type comic that could be done, I think, very well, and I would enjoy it.
I just want to see a Fantastic Four, a good one without Chris Evans.
Get rid of Chris Evans. We hate Chris
I mean,
Evans.
how the heck are they going to do Avengers Fantastic Four crossover?
He plays both parts. He's a good actor. He can cover both parts.
You know, something that I would not be surprised if it showed up is She-Hulk, Law and Order.
What?
A She-Hulk Law and Order comic or a TV show. Now, I would actually like to see the Fantastic Four without Reed Richards and Sue Storm.
Yes, I
do the Hulk and the Thing and the Shape, maybe
and have any of the other alternate teams that they've
Spider-Man's in the Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
get him in there.
It'd be cool stuff. But yeah, what about you?
I'm trying to think about it because I honestly would love to see the whole Sentinel. Well, the last days of Meeting Kind, right, where the Sentinels were. I can't say it. I'm sorry.
Sentinels.
We're hunting down the X-Men.
Yes.
That like the Wolverine Kitty Pryde cover. That was one of the most iconic covers out there.
But it just depends on where they want to go. We have a lot of Avengers already.
Yeah, a lot of Avengers.
I like to see more the Fantastic Four. I would like to see more maybe on the Dark Knights. So a Punisher.
Detective Comics. No, that's DC.
I mean,
I would like to see Moon Knight.
They can 100% do a Moon Knight or like a Moon Knight just Detective Noir.
I like to see Moon Knight come out. I like to see the Prowler.
Cloak and Dagger.
Like they've done a show of Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah, it needs to be good. But yeah, I like, and then for more of a fun, you can get more of some of the Avengers things they've done. But yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot. I have to go and actually look at all these different stories, see what would actually interest me as a TV show. Right now, I like the dark and gritty.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to watch a TV show, I like to see something that's dark and gritty,
drama,
but with superpower,
blood.
The thing that we talked about before is I would actually like to see a comic that did a superpower cop team that actually solved crimes using superpowers.
Yeah.
I would love to see something like that. I don't think I've seen anybody do that, not well at least. But yeah, that would be me. Anything else you want to say in final parting there, E?
Ben Grimm got the short end of the stick.
Yeah, you could say you got a rough deal.
Dude, that was a stone's throw away from a good pun. That's my last one. I can't do another.
I am preparing them for fatherhood as best I can, but it's getting bad. All right, guys, I appreciate everybody that joined us tonight. We are going to log off and head our separate merry ways all to the same place.
Time for rock and roll.
Time for food. So we appreciate everybody joining us. And again, we'll see you here next time in the Longbox.
Goodbye.